Georgia is playing a little different. Thought we played well the first 25, 30 minutes, and then they really attacked us and hurt us the last 10 minutes of the game. A lot of that attack I've seen more often since we've played them. We'll have to be much better defensively than we were at their place, at guarding the ball, at keeping the ball out of the paint. The usage rate of a lot of their guys have changed since the last time we've played them, and they're much more effective offensively, and we've got to make some adjustments to be prepared for that.
Not to get too existential at this point in the season, but where do y'all go from here? What's the focus at this point in the season, where y'all are, and kind of what's the mantra? Where are you leading your guys at this point?
Can we be a little better today? We did a lot of good things at Vanderbilt. Not enough good things to win. I think maybe I've done more harm than good in being transparent along the way with what's at stake and not concentrating on this particular day, not concentrating on the next particular game. We still have 4 regular season games left plus the tournament, and probably what determines if there's another tournament for us is what happens over the next 3 weeks. And so the only way we can improve over the next 3 weeks is just take it day by day, and that's been what I've told our team. We need the best version of each of them. We can't have empty minutes from guys that we need production from. And how can we get each of you to be the best you can be, regardless of opponent and regardless of locale?
Offensively, if I'm correct on this, shooting percentage has kind of gone down a little bit as the conference play has gone on. What would you attribute to that, and kind of how are y'all looking to kind of turn that around?
Yeah, we haven't shot the ball as well in the back half of conference play as we did the front half, specifically from 3. Over the last month, we're not finishing at the rate we need to finish at the rim. I think you and I have talked about that. We're doing a good job of getting to the paint. I think we got to the paint 43% of the time against Vanderbilt. We only finished 50%. You need to finish higher than that. And then on the perimeter from 3, when it's your turn to shoot, you need to shoot it with confidence. And I think in the lull that each particular player has had, they're turning down their shot, and now it turns into a worse shot and or a live ball turnover. And so we need to prevent the turnovers. And then while a team is in rotation, when we can score at the rim, we need to score at a higher rate. But if they're in rotation, we need to shoot that first, I call it a buzz shot. Like if you think that that's a shot that I would shoot, that's for sure a shot you should shoot.
How different is this team from, I know you talked a little bit about Georgia last time you guys played, but from that time you guys played, how different is your team?
I think we're a lot better, for sure defensively. If we could finish possessions with a defensive rebound, we would be even better. We did a lot better on the defensive glass at Vanderbilt, and that's why our numbers were a lot better. The live ball turnovers that turned into transition baskets is what really hurt us. I think they scored 16 points in transition, and 12 of it was off of our live ball turnovers. Defensively, our schemes were much better at executing. Offensively, we've changed and adapted and adopted. We're not shooting a higher percentage. We have been turning it over less, except for the last game. Playing in transition more, that's where we've been our best. So we're for sure better defensively. We need to score at a higher rate offensively. Done a better job over the last 3 or 4 games at getting to the free throw line and having a high percentage. Just need to do a better job at making open shots and finishing at the rim.
And does it, at this point of the season, does it get tougher to take things day by day, this next practice, this next game, when, the end is really in sight of the regular season?
Yeah, I think it probably heightens it in a good way. Our guys, they understand, and we're not the only ones in this position. And I've been saying even in the losing streak. I guess you do have two choices. You can quit. That is a choice. That's always a choice. Or you can respond and understand that your response needs to be better than what caused the loss. Our guys have been phenomenal in that regard. I thought we played incredibly hard at Vanderbilt. We started 10-5, really bad. And then we started 9-0 in the second half, which is beyond bad. And so now all of a sudden it's 19-5 in that 8-minute stretch. With 6:43, we're up 4 with no timeouts to go. And 4 consecutive possessions. We had 4 turnovers by 3 different players. And that's just hard to overcome, particularly when 2 of those 4 led to snowbirds on the other end. But yeah, I think it's heightened in a good way. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think you always want to finish well. And when you see the end in sight, if you're competitively, you want to be your best.
You kind of touched on it earlier, but just, I guess, comparing Georgia now to when y'all played them earlier in the year, are there any facets just in terms of how they've evolved as a team that, in terms of preparation, maybe a bigger emphasis for this game than it was the last game?
Yes. I know that the coaching staffs follow every word of every coach in the league, so I want to answer it in the right way. We will have to change what we were doing in some regards, and then in the things that we're not changing, we need to be a lot better at. And I think that's kind of part of what happens when you play a mirror opponent, right? Like, where were we good and where were we bad? And then you're maybe trying to predict what you think their move will be, and can you counter move it before they make their move, so to say.
Anything else, Coach? All right, thanks.
Good to see you guys.